Hey everyone, I'll get to the draft in just a moment. I just want to take a second and thank all of you for the wonderful support you've shown me this last week. I broke 100 subscribers, which is a huge deal for me, and also got my first week with 3,000 views in it. You guys are the best. Thanks everyone that's liked, commented, subscribed. Y'all helped me hold on to the front page of YouTube for multiple days this week, and I think really helped me get my name out there. I really appreciate everything you guys have done. It's letting me kind of live the dream over here, and it just feels great. I'm also in this video going to be trying something new with my audio. I got a number of comments over the last couple of videos with people requesting no in-game sounds, so I went back through and have removed that. In the future, if this is popular, if you guys like it, I can definitely post all of my videos or most of my videos without game sounds. Definitely let me know what you think about that. Whether it's good or bad or you're just ambivalent. But anyway, I'll get on to the draft now. Thanks so much, everybody. Hello and welcome to my third Ixalan draft league. This is Old Man Poole. This is actually the fourth, don't tell anyone. But my third draft league had an absolutely miserable audio, so I actually didn't end up sharing it with you guys. I was disappointed by it. I actually managed to make kind of a sweet white-black vampires deck that was splashing for Vraska, but that's alright. Looks like this time we might be going down the Pirates path. Hostage Taker is just gotta be one of the best cards in the set. An absolute bomb. 2/3 for 4 that wipes out one of your opponent's creatures is already pretty good, and the fact that you can pay for it and bring it back means it's kind of a mind control on a stick. And yeah, it's just great. So if they can't kill your Hostage Taker, basically immediately you get a 2/3 body and you're gonna steal their best creature. Other cards of note is River Sneak has impressed me in a dedicated Merfolk deck. Grazing Whiptail's pretty good. Sky March is fine. Both of those cards are fine. But yeah, nothing that compares to the Hostage Taker, I don't think. Alright. So we have an interesting follow-up here. I do like Water Trap Weaver a lot if you're a little bit more aggressive. If we're going a little bit more controlling with our Hostage Taker, Contract Killing and Dark Nourishment are both quite good. It's maybe a toss-up, which is better. I have been impressed by the Dark Nourishment. Sometimes you just do need to kill, anything though, and Nourishment only will kill stuff that's 3 toughness or less. But the life gain can be significant, and the fact that you can dome your opponent can also be pretty good. I think it's probably between those 2 black removal spells. Dead-Eye Tormentor's good, and Anointed Deacon's fine if you're in a very vampire-heavy deck. I'm honestly not sure which is better. I think I'm going to take the Contract Killing. I could see that being incorrect. Dark Nourishment's probably better if you're a little bit more aggressive, and Contract Killing's maybe a little better if you're more controlling. I could kind of see it either way, but I think I'm going to take the Contract Killing here. You'll have to let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I think that is a close pick. Okay, we have Dead-Eye Tormentor, which is reasonable but not exciting. Opt, which is also pretty good, but not something you really love first picking, or I guess this isn't first picking, but early picking. Queen's Agent isn't all that great, but playable. Sky Terror is very good. Phantom Fleet, Firebrand, Frenzied Raptor, Grazing Whiptail, all fine cards. We could pick up an off-color card here and just say that we're maybe okay not being blue-black. Like, probably take the Firebrand over anything else. I've been pretty impressed with that card. Although, yeah, it's close. I think because Hostage Taker is such a good card, and I would like to really kind of try and force this if we can, I'm going to take the Opt here, but this is not what we're hoping to do with our third pick, I don't think. Okay. Interesting. So Drowned Catacombs is good just as fixing. Even 2-color decks definitely get mana screwed, and being able to have a land that counts as an island or a swamp is pretty powerful. But we have 2 other pretty good cards here. We have Vanquish the Weak and Prosperous Pirates. Prosperous Pirates has been a little bit disappointing to me. I think there was a lot of hype coming into it, and I feel like there just a lot of time haven't been payoffs for it. You pay your 3/4 for 5 at the top of your curve in a lot of decks, and you just don't do all that much with the treasure. But it's still good, and Vanquish the Weak is probably still better. Let's pick that up. A little bit sad to see the Drowned Catacombs go around, but I think this is just a better pickup. Don't love Costly Plunder. Desperate Castaways is fine. So is Pirate's Prize. We have one thing that's making treasure at this point. think we'll take the Castaways. It's not a bad defensive card regardless, and it can be pretty good if you're going to be able to get treasure cards regularly quickly. Interesting choice here. River Sneak would be good if we were maybe trying to sneak into Merfolk. There's a lot of good open green here, certainly. Krishana's Wayfinder is, I think, one of the better green commons. Colossal Dreadmaw is also pretty good. But I think we're just gonna, again, stay on color. Blue seems at least fairly open, and so does black. Do we want a Sailor of Means, or do we want a Depths of Desire? Sailor of Means... I think it's close between those two. Depths of Desire is probably a little bit better in sort of a tempo-y deck. I think we'll take Sailor of Means, since I think we're gonna maybe try and drag things into the late game more often. You don't hate Skymarch Bloodletter, don't hate Shaper's Apprentice. Also don't hate Opt. Apprentice is probably not real good without other merfolk to pay off. The Bloodletter is, like, that can be one of our win conditions. We end up with a couple of flyers and just kind of gum up the board and then get in late. Or Opt. Opt is pretty good. Helps prevent flood. Helps you find your lands when you need them early. I think I'm going to take it over the Bloodletter. That might be incorrect. It's still a little bit early in the format. I haven't had a chance to draft quite as much as I would like to. So a couple of these picks might be a little bit questionable. Okay. I think I'm going to take Direfleet Hoarder as a 2-drop pirate. I could take Lurking Chupacabra. Don't really love our two other options. Chupacabra is super, super good if we end up with some Explore cards. Blue does have a couple of good ones, so does black, although a lot of times they're uncommon. I think we are going to take it. I think it's early enough that we should take this Chupacabra, and this just has a lot of upside, even though we don't have any Explore right now. Pirate's Prize or Prosperous Pirates? Probably going to take the Pirates. If we'll let us splash a big late game threat if we get something along those lines. I think we want a little bit more creatures too, just to keep the deck moving. This could be close as well though. Ooh, Water Trap Weaver this late is pretty impressive. This card's quite good. If you're on defense, it buys you some time. If you're on offense, it's super good. Don't think any of these make the cut. I guess we could just take the Grazing Whiptail. This is really late for this card. Like, these are all just terrible surrounding it, and Whiptail's a pretty good card. I think I'd take it in the first 5 a lot of the time. Okay, well, there's Prosperous Pirates. I wonder if these packs were just kind of good. Because I feel like we were fairly open in black and blue, but I'm feeling like we get some... Like, there's been some late other stuff that's been pretty good, too. And sometimes it just is that the packs are a little bit more powerful than others. Okay, but yeah, not a bad start. We have a bomb, a couple of opts, and some reasonable surrounding cards. What do we want here? Repeating Barrage is tempting. It's awfully hard to play for us. The card is very good. 3 damage is reasonable, and then if you can trigger Raid even once or twice and get more value out of it, that's pretty powerful too. Kind of a, I guess not strictly better than Fire Cannon Blast, but better a lot of the time. Our alternatives on color are something like River Sneak, which I don't think is super exciting. Unless we end up with a couple more merfolk, and even then it's maybe not what this deck's trying to do. Direfleet Hoarder, which I really hate first picking. I wonder... Being Barrage is probably just too greedy, even off all of these treasures, right? Because it's only really good if you can consistently activate it. I'm still tempted though, but probably just bad. Picking up a Direfleet Hoarder really just feels like defeatist though. Alright. Not tons for us here either, unfortunately. Imperial Aerosaur is a really, really good white card. Legion's Landing, I haven't been terribly impressed with, although some people are really high on it, I know. I feel like every time I've seen it come into play, I haven't played it yet to be fair, but I've just been able to deal with my opponent's creatures and they've never been able to flip it. It's just a 1/1 lifelinking for 1, which is pretty unexciting then. Then there's Sailor of Means. And yeah, Grim Captain's Call. I mean, that is pretty powerful card advantage if you can get it going, but yeah, I guess we'll just take Sailor Remains. We just want to find something to do with all of this treasure. Alright. So I am a little bit higher on Arguel's Bloodfast than a lot of people are. It's pretty bad in some matchups, and definitely, I'm not even sure it's something you main deck, but in the right matchup it can just be an absolute bomb. You draw a whole bunch of cards in the mid game. If the boards are stalled out, this can be like a draw 5 or something. You do have to pump a lot of mana into it, but assuming the game's just stalled, which does seem to happen a fair amount in this format, it's pretty good. It's kind of that or Deadeye Tormentor for us. Tormentor's fine. I think I'm going to take the Bloodfast though. I'm not sure it's a main deck card, but again, I think it just like breaks open some mirrors. Okay, happy to see a Direfleet Interloper here. One of the few cards we've seen that works with our Lurking Chupacabra, and pretty good in general. It's good if you're just a menace threat, and the Explorer is never really irrelevant. Okay, we get a chance at another Bloodletter here. I think that's going to be the pick this time around. Mark of the Vampire I don't hate. Again, kind of as a sideboard card. It's really bad against all the bounce that blue has. And your opponent's got just a good amount of removal in general. It's pretty awkward. But if you can put it down on something and all they've got is like red removal and they just cannot kill it, or they've just got like pounces and your creature's too big now, you probably just win the game. But I think Bloodletter's the better pick for us right now. Okay. Probably a Shipwreck Looter at this point. Still don't hate Deadeye Tormentor, but we need more 2-drops, and I think Shipwreck Looter might be better anyway. It's probably pretty close. Another Direfleet Hoarder. We could splash for Makeshift Munitions. We are making lots and lots of treasure. I wonder if this card is any good. Costs. Would I pay something that was 2 cost, pay 2, shoot something? Yeah, I would. But you have to have treasures to go along with it. I don't hate the Storm Tamer either. Maybe that's better. The ability to counter something's pretty powerful, and it's the Flying Man, which is not quite good enough on its own, but not horrendous either. Okay, another Prosperous Pirates. I think I'm going to take March of the Drowned here. We do have a good number of pirates so far, and that is a pretty good value card. Prosperous Pirates, again, I think is fine. We just don't really have anything we're working with. So, Skittering Heartstopper, which is okay. Probably better than all of our alternatives. That's hard to say than I would have expected. Cancel's fine. Head of our Centuries is unexciting. Queen's Agent's a little bit interesting. It is another exploration card. It's kind of expensive, but we do have a couple of treasures to speed it out. Maybe that's good. Maybe this is just going to be a reasonable late game threat for us. Okay, I'm going to take the Grim Captain's Call now. We have currently in the deck a good number of pirates, some vampires, and one merfolk. Don't really have dinosaurs. Probably not going to make the main deck, but maybe sometimes. Nothing here. Don't like Prying Blade much. I guess it's more likely to make the deck than the other two, or other three, but not great. Okay. Shorekeeper's not bad. It is kind of worth noting that this card, as a 1-cost spell, does enable Raid, even though you swing and you don't do any damage off of it. I don't think that's usually enough to make it worth playing, but we also have a lot of treasure, so maybe it's a not bad defensive card that draws us 3 in the late game off a bunch of treasure. I'm not saying that's absurd or anything, but it's not terrible either. Well, how's the deck look after 2 packs? Oh man, another Repeating Barrage. The pain. Yeah. It's a good card. I think I have to pass it though. I do like the Quartermaster alright. We don't have anything that goes with it yet. Headsail Freebooter is pretty great. It tends to get a card, a lot of times a removal spell, and then if they can't kill the Freebooter, it's just gone forever. And it's pretty good at enabling Raid. Ruthless Knave is maybe better though. Lets us sacrifice creatures, make artifacts, make treasures, and we do we make some treasures in this deck. That's a payoff. Sacrificing 3 to draw a card is not insignificant. Queen's Agent, still fine. Siren Lookout. Probably between Kite Sail Freebooter, Ruthless Knave, and Siren Lookout. I think I'm going to take the Knave, just because I feel like we do have a good number of treasure makers. This is kind of interesting. I haven't gotten a chance to play with it yet, but it seems like it could be good. Less exciting stuff here. Not going to play too much of the Drowned, I don't think. One with the Wind, it's high variance. Storm Sculptor, kind of unexciting. I guess we could like bounce like a Sailor of Means. Water Trap Weaver, yeah. I think it is the pick, it's just not something we're excited about. I'm not sure it'll even make the main deck. Okay, well there's another Lurking Chupacabra. We only have 2 payoffs right now, but we'll likely get another Queen's Agent if we want it. Alternatively, Skullduggery is quite good. Perilous Voyage is fine. Lurking Chupacabra is very, very good if we end up with maybe like... Probably want at least 2 more Explore cards. You need to be able to snipe some stuff. Wonder if Skullduggery is just better. We just don't have a whole lot of synergy with it right now. Yeah. Alright, I think I'll take Skullduggery. Hedge our bets a little bit. Well, now I regret that, because the Seeker Squire does Explore and it's a pretty good card. I'm gonna pick that guy up for sure. We needed 2 drops, and it's a pretty good one. Ooh, Aram Elemental this late. That's a great pickup. Ooh, but Stormfleet Aerialist too? Wow, those are both good. I think we do want the Air Elemental though. We need more late game beef. We're gonna be able to get to 5, I think, regularly. And this is a pretty powerful one. Okay. Not probably in for another opt. It starts getting a little bit clunky that far out. I think I'll take another Shipwreck Looter though, and not be unhappy. And another Looter? We want one with the Wind? It just makes me so nervous playing that sort of card. Quartermaster's still not doing anything for us. Alright, I think I'll take another Looter. Cancel or Sentries? I guess cancel. It's a decent sideboard card. If your opponent has a bomb you just can't beat. Sometimes it makes the main deck. Ooh, wow, Siren Lookout. Oh, I should have taken that Chupacabra. Mistakes were made. It's alright. I was thinking we just get the Queen's Agent back, but Siren's Lookout's even better. Okay, so what are we going to start cutting here? Probably won't play Shorekeeper. Well, I don't know. Probably not. Probably not playing Storm Sculptor. What else is bad? Maybe we cut a Prosperous Pirates. It's just a little bit expensive up that high on the curve. I mean, part of me is definitely hoping that a Chupacabra comes back. I think that's would be a little bit much to hope for, but you never know. Maybe nobody's. I think it's not likely. We'll take Spreading Rot. It is a begrudging sideboard card in this format. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, we're gonna take it. We still don't have like an absolute wealth of Explore cards, but we do have a decent amount now. We've got 1, 2, 3, and it is pretty good if we can hit it even once. I think it's definitely better than a Hardwater Sentries. Okay, I guess Shorekeeper. Is there a world where we play 2 Shorekeepers? Probably not, honestly, right? Maybe I'll take Duress. Oh wow, Aerialist coming back this late? That's super good too. Okay. I think this is, like, arguably first pickable, so getting it that late's pretty crazy. Okay, I think the deck came together decently, if not absurd. Don't love the Pirates. Storm Sculptor I think is worrisome. We can bounce Exploring cards. Yeah, the Looter I guess you can bounce for value. Maybe we'll sideboard in Storm Sculptor in some matchups, but on its own I don't think it's that great. Okay, so what do we have that March of the Drowned hits? We have Castaways, Direfleet Hoarder, Looters, a Ruthless Knave, Pirate. Yeah, I think we have enough that we definitely justify it. A lot of our creatures are pirates, and they're pretty good ones. or at least pretty decent ones. Let's maybe brew our creatures. That often helps me make a decision. I think we want to play both opts. I think that's not too much, and that's enough to kind of help fix draws. Skullduggery is pretty good. Our 2 removal spells, I don't think we want to cut either. Maybe Desperate Castaways is just worse than our other cards. It's not bad, and I think we will have treasures to enable it a lot of the time, so we could sideboard it in, but I think we have enough 2-drops right now. I don't think we're winning off our 2-drops either. I like pretty much all of these cards too. Maybe 2 Chupacabras is too much. Again, we only have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we had 3 Explorers, which is not a ton. Yeah, I think 2 Chupacabras is probably much, and maybe we shouldn't even play any of them. Again, if you can hit even once, it turns into a pretty good card, but you do need to hit at least once. And if we have both of them in our hand and no Explore cards, it's pretty awkward. Maybe we should get rid of Prosperous Pirates at this point. We're not playing a ton of cards that enable it now, or that it enables as much. Still hate Sailor Means just because it's a good blocker and it does ramp us into like Air Elemental. But just a 3/4 is not that high value. Probably do want to play 17 lands with the ops because it helps us thin out the draw later. Even though we're not necessarily... Oh, we have lots of looters too. Yeah, so I think we want to guarantee that we're hitting our lands on time. So what's our last cut then? Well, I guess that's true. I forget Ruthless Knave has good synergy with the Prosperous Pirates though. So he makes 1, 2, 3... Yeah, maybe we've taken out enough of our treasure that Ruthless Knave is no longer all that exciting. I'm tempted to take out the Bloodletter, but I feel like we need a few the flyers that we have. What if Ruthless Knave is the cut then? I don't know if it's a mistake to take this card out. I mean, sacrificing a creature to make 2 artifacts is not all that exciting. You do get to pitch something. So I guess you like block, you chump block, make 2 treasures. He's close to drawing you a card at that point. It just doesn't even feel that good. I think I'm just gonna cut the Knave. I mean, it's a 3/2 for 3, so it's perfectly fine, but I think these other cards are all higher value for us. We do want 17. I think the deck came together and it's pretty good. I could see Lurking Chupacabra not supposed to be in our main deck. But I think this is what I'm gonna start out with. We may revise it after this first game or first match, depending on how it feels. I like 9/8 though. We'll have to hope that Hostage Taker does some serious work, but I imagine it will. Okay, deck looks fun. See you guys for match 1.